An NDA? Are you saying I can't tell that I gave my kidney to Jimmy?
If our competitors found out that the CEO received a kidney from an employee who was recently promoted to an executive role. Please sign here. If you can't perform your duties, I would be happy to volunteer myself.
Without this man, I would not be here today. In fact, Bucky Logistics would not be here today. It's not every day an employee offers to give you their kidney. But hey, we got matching scars. You laughing at our matching scars, Shauna?
Oh, no. I'm only amazed that a small office assistant could change the course of Bucky Logistics forever.
An executive assistant and a friend.
Yes, I meant executive.
Everyone, I want you to know how much of a champ Rafiq is. And FYI, he became an executive assistant before giving me his kidney. I don't want any ideas here. It's not like we made a secret deal or anything.
Well, I'm glad that I did, Jimmy, and I'm very happy that we both are back in good health.
Well said.
What is this, Shauna?
Paperwork regarding your medical leave.
I thought that was all sorted out.
Oh, you were cleared to come back health-wise, but legal-wise, we still have some work to sort through.
Legal?
Just because Jimmy takes a liking to you doesn't mean we get to ignore very important processes. Bucky Logistics needs to back itself up, and someone needs to think of the company's best interests.
Look, it's not my fault that Jimmy picked me over you. I know you wanted to be...
Yes, I should have been the executive assistant. We would have certainly been saved during your medical leave. But no matter, water under the bridge. The forms, sign it.
An NDA? What are you saying?
I'm saying that as team monitor, we need to be compliant and back ourselves up with proper processes in place. And I don't think you know what that is. From wherever you come from, they probably don't have those. You know, best practices that ensure everything is done fairly and that nobody takes advantage of the system.
Are you saying I can't tell that I gave my kidney to Jimmy to anyone outside the company?
Pretty much, yes. Everyone else has already signed it. And how do you think it would sound if our competitors found out that the CEO received a kidney from an employee who was recently promoted to an executive role? Spoiler, very bad. The forms, please sign here.
Does Jimmy know about this?
Oh, yes, he does. Please, sign here. God, contrary to what you may think, I do not have all day. I thought you said the doctor cleared you.
Yes, he did. I'm fine.
If you can't perform your duties, you need to be very transparent. Otherwise, we'll find someone to cover you until you can. And I would be happy to volunteer myself.
Frank Jones will be here in 5 minutes and nothing is set up. Where are the documents? We need the screen. The screen. This is the biggest meeting we've ever had. If we don't lock it in, our competitors are going to eat us alive. Frankly, Bucky Logistics will be sunk in less than 6 months.
I thought Rafiq had it all under control. Wasn't that part of his executive duties?
You're damn right about that.
I'll go find him. Oh my goodness. You are sick.
I'm fine.
Look, I just came to tell you we received a call. Frank's gonna be 30 minutes late, okay?
Thank God.
You can freshen up and clean up this mess. I've printed out our 2023 report here. It's not the competitor analysis, but it'll do. Coffee's on its way, and I will share the screen with your laptop so you're ready to share the presentation.
You're a lifesaver, Shauna. I don't know what's up with Rafiq, but it's not like him.
If I may be so bold, sir, I think we have a liability on our hands. A big one. What if it gets out that you received a kidney from an employee you just promoted to an executive role with less than 1 year experience? What do you think that's gonna look like? He's been late a lot lately, and his duties have clearly been affected. And we can't fire him ever. Imagine the optics on that.
We're not going to fire Rafiq.
Oh, I know, but what if he keeps underperforming? As an executive assistant, that's a huge risk. He's been dragging his heels for a month, and I've noticed that other departments are suffering. And then now with this important client?
Now they're not even in business, so I don't know. Oh, my apologies. This is Rafiq, my executive assistant.
Oh, I was under the impression she was your executive assistant.
I'm sorry, I was running a bit late. It's lovely to see you, Mr. Jones, finally. Great news about the East Coast acquisition, by the way.
Company will never be the same again. So its profit's been tanking by 40%. It's unheard of in the industry.
I also did a competitor analysis of the Riverside area, just to give you the context. But I'll let Jimmy handle that.
As we were saying before you came in, Rafiq, we need to show Frank why we are the best positioned competitor for this project. Do you have the presentation ready?
Yeah.
Shauna, call an ambulance. Hey, you okay? Shauna, could I have a word with Rafiq?
Oh, yes, of course.
Look, we need to talk about your health and your role.
My role?
You've been an incredible employee. You've quite literally saved my life with your own kidney. I owe you forever. But I also owe Bucky Logistics too. And I also need to do what's best for it in the long run. And right now, you've been ill for weeks. And I'm sure it has not been easy to recover from the surgery.
I'm fine, Jimmy.
No, you're not fine, Rafiq. For goodness sake, you just passed out during a meeting with Frank Jones, and you may have cost us our company's future. We needed this deal.
It's not that I could control it, Jimmy.
No, you couldn't. But still, I can't keep pretending. You've been missing meetings and deadlines, and today would have been a disaster if it wasn't for Shauna.
She told me Jones was late. I was here the whole time.
You were sick in your office, puking in a garbage bin, and then you pass out in front of our biggest client. I think this role may not be for you. Not for right now, at least. I know I promoted you, and I believe you have what it takes. But it may be best if you go back to being an office assistant, at least until you're better. Think on it, and we'll circle back in a week. It'll be a good break until we figure, until you get better.
But
So you already got all of that?
I got it all.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
You are Superwoman. That's great. Okay. Come on in. Rafiq. You're never gonna believe it. Frank Jones just called. He said he wants to have another conversation.
well, that's great to hear.
I know, the odds are in our favor, but, how are you doing? Listen, regarding what I said earlier about stripping you of the executive role,
Actually, I'm fine. My doctor told me it was a stomach infection, so it had nothing to do with my kidney.
Seriously?
Yes, seriously. Well, I got a solid round of antibiotics. I was a doctor back home. I knew it was my stomach.
Why didn't you say anything? I thought you had complications from the surgery.
And what if I had? Would it justify stripping me of my position? Anyway, I sent the report to Frank Jones. I believe it'll help him take a favorable view of Bucky logistics.
Oh, so that's why he called back.
I've also ordered supplies for the next 2 months. I have trained 2 junior members of the team to help Shauna with her new role.
The role? What role?
I understand she'll be taking over as executive assistant.
Well, no, if you're feeling better.
No, I won't be. It's been a great ride, Jimmy. It really has. But I believe I'm worth a little more than Bucky logistics.
No, you can't leave us. For God's sake, you gave me your own kidney. I can't let you leave like this.
I gave you my kidney, no strings attached. You don't know me nothing.
Rafiq, I can double your salary.
I'm sure you can. But I can assure you I'm fine. I really am. But I want you to understand there are certain things in life that are priceless. Health, as you have discovered, is one of them. Integrity is another. And I now have to honor mine. Goodbye, Jim.
Hey there. Where's your executive assistant?
She's here.
No, not her. Rafiq, the guy who sent me the report.
Well, he resigned.
He wasn't a good cultural fit.
And you just let him go? Without a fight?
Well, we didn't want to, but...
This tells me you didn't take a single look at his report. The guy's a genius. I never seen anything like it. You just let him walk out of here? This changes things.
What do you mean?
Your decision-making, Jimmy. I don't trust it. I'm afraid this deal's off.
Hello?
Hello, is this Rafiq Khan?
This is him.
Oh, good. Frank Jones calling. I've got an offer for you. Regional director.
Regional director? Are you kidding me? When do I start?